Good morning, students. What was learned in the previous class, ma? That is cells and batteries, power, energy. Cells are connected in series. How will you calculate the current in the circuit when the cells will be connected in series and parallel, and then how to derive the internal resistance of the cell. In the today's session, we will discuss about the Kirchhoff rules. Kirchhoff rules will be used to explain the current will be flowing in the circuits. கரண்ட் வந்து ஒரு சர்க்கியூட்டில் ஃப்ளோ ஆகுது அப்படின்னா இந்த ரூல்ஸை யூஸ் பண்ணி அந்த கரண்ட்டோடைய டைரக்ஷன் நம்ம டிசைட் பண்ண முடியும். ஓகே, Kirchhoff it will be explained the two rules, Kirchhoff first rule and second rule. First, what is Kirchhoff first rule? Kirchhoff first rule, that is the current rule or junction rule. Okay, current rule, Kirchhoff first rule, it will be it is also called as current rule or junction rule. Okay, so first what is Kirchhoff first rule, ma? Kirchhoff first rule is current, it will be meet at any one junction in the circuit. Sum of the currents will be meet at any junction in the circuit, it will be taken as 0. For example, we taking one junction. Okay, so the one current will be falling towards the junction, and another one it will be falling away from the junction, and another one current will be falling towards the junction, away from the junction and towards the junction. Another one will be taken up, will be away from the junction, and another one taken as towards the junction. Okay, so resistance and resistance and resistance and resistance and resistance. So sum of the currents I1, I2 and I3 and I4 and I5. So sum of the currents will be meet at any junction in the circuit, it will be equal to 0. So algebraic sum of the currents will be meet at currents at any junction in the circuit, it will be equal to 0. But the current, it will be towards the junction, it will be moving towards the junction, it will be taken as positive. It will be entering to the junction and okay, it will be taken as positive. Entering to junction will be taken as positive. But leaving from the junction, from junction it will be taken as negative. அதாவது ஒரு பாயிண்ட் நீங்கள் கன்சிடர் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்கன்னா அந்த பாயிண்ட்லேருந்து உள்நோக்கி போகிற மாதிரி இருந்துச்சுன்னா அந்த கரண்ட் வந்து பாசிட்டிவ், உள்ளேருந்து வெளியில் வர மாதிரி இருக்குன்னா அந்த கரண்ட் it will be taken as negative. So we consider this circuit, we easily calculate the current, sum of the current will be flowing in the circuit. So how will you calculate? First, the I1 current, it will be leaving to the junction. Sorry, it will be entering to the junction. So it will be taken as positive, I1. Okay. Then second, I2, the current, it will be moving away from the junction. So it will be taken as negative, so minus I2. Okay. And third one, I3, the I3 current, it will be entering to the junction. So it will be taken as positive. Okay. Then I4, it will be leaving from the junction. So it will be taken as negative. Then I5, it will be entering to the junction, it will be taken as positive. So I5, it will be equal to 0. So sum of the currents, it will meet at any junction in the circuit, it will be equal to 0. This is the Kirchhoff first rule, current rule or junction rule. Okay, Kirchhoff first rule is state that sum of the currents at any junction in a circuit, it will be equal to 0. But the current will be entering to the junction, will be taken as positive. The current leaving from the junction will be taken as negative. This is the first rule. And then second rule, Kirchhoff second rule is voltage rule, is called as voltage rule or loop rule. Okay, so first rule will be called as current rule or junction rule. Second rule, it will be called as voltage rules and loop rules. In the last year 3 years before book having Kirchhoff laws, first law and second law, but in the book first rule and second rule. Okay, and then Kirchhoff second rule, voltage rule and loop rule, said that sum of the product of current and resistance, it will be equal to the EMF of the cell. Sum of the currents and resistance. So I1 R1 plus I2 R2 plus I3 R3 up to that it will be equal to EMF of the cell, that is EMF of the cell or voltage of the cell, anything. Okay, so the sum of the product of algebraic sum of the product of current and resistance, it will be equal to the EMF of the cell. This is the Kirchhoff's second rule. So sum of the algebraic sum of the product of current and resistance, it will be equal to the EMF of the cell. This is the voltage rule or loop rule. So we consider that we know the direction of the current and resistance. நம்ம வந்து இந்த ரூலை நம்ம எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா we know that current direction, it will be flowing in the circuit. So current direction we mention at ஒரே டைரக்ஷன் இப்படியே போயிட்டுருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கரண்ட் இப்படி போயிட்டுருக்கு, செகண்ட் கரண்ட் இப்படி போகும், தேர்ட் கரண்ட் வந்து அதுக்கு ஆப்போசிட்டாக வந்துச்சுன்னா இட் will be taken as negative. So the current will be moving in a single direction, it will be taken as positive. Suppose the current it will be opposite with the previous current, it will be taken as negative. Okay, then the EMF of the current, it will be taken as positive, means the current it will be leaving from the battery, it will be taken as positive. The current will be entering from the battery, it will be taken as negative. Okay, this is the direction denotation. Direction just is mentioned, the current it will be flowing in the same direction, it will be taken as positive. But one circuit will be having the three currents. First two currents will be moving in the same direction, but third current will be moving in the opposite direction, it will be taken as negative. But EMF of the cell will be taken as positive and negative. The current will be leaving from the EMF of the cell, it will be taken as positive. The current will be entering to the EMF of the cell, it will be taken as negative. Okay, this is the current denotation. I explained this rule with one example. In our book having one example, that is 2.21. One circuit is there, one loop is there. Loop is nothing but it's a closed circuit. Okay, that's why the Kirchhoff's second rule, it will be called as loop rule. Then A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Four junction is there, and then we consider first the triangle A, B, C. Okay, first consider the triangle A, B, C and A. Current will be flowing A, B, C, again A. Okay, A, B, C, A. Okay, so we consider from the battery வந்து denote பண்ணனும். So the current will be flowing from the battery, so the battery sign it will be positive, I1, I2 and I3. Okay, so Kirchhoff's second rule is denoted as sum of the current, product of the current and resistance. So first one, the current is I1, resistance is R1. So you have to product is there, I1 R1. It will be in the positive or negative ma? Positive, because battery lenda adu move ஆரம்பிக்கும், so it will be taken as positive. And second, A, B, C, A தான் நம்ம கன்சிடர் பண்ணிருக்கோம். So இங்க இருந்து வரும்போது second I2s, it will be continuously, it goes on the same direction. So I2 R2 plus I2 R2, and it will meet at a junction 3, and then I3 also is moving the same direction. So I3 R3 is equal to sum of the product of current and resistance, it will be equal to the EMF of the cell. If we consider BACB, actually BACB, because we started from the battery, so BACB. So I1 R1 plus I2 R2 plus I3 R3, it will be equal to EMF, that is psi. Okay, this is the Kirchhoff's second rule. Nothing but Kirchhoff's second rule is nothing. So sum of the product of current and resistance, it will be equal to the EMF of the cell. Then we consider the ADCA. Okay, AD are nothing but ACDA. இப்போ நான் எடுத்துக்கலாம் A in the triangle ADCA எடுத்துக்கலாம். Okay, ADCA we consider. Okay, first start from A, the current is I4, resistance is R4, so it will be moving same direction. So I4 R4, okay, I4 R4 plus I5 is moving the same direction. Okay, இந்த டைரக்ஷனில் தான் போய் இப்படி தான் போகுது. ஸோ it will be taken as positive. So I5 and R5, then I4 R4, I5 I5 meet at point C. We consider the third one. It will be in the same direction or opposite direction ma? The current will be moving this direction. I5 will be moving the same direction, but this is the opposite direction of this. So it will be considered as the negative. So minus I2 R2, it will be equal to EMF of the cell. No battery is there, so it will be taken as 0. Okay, this is the Kirchhoff's second rule. I explained that Kirchhoff's second rule is nothing but the algebraic sum of the product of current and resistance will be equal to the EMF of the cell. But current and resistance, it will be taking the direction, the current direction will be taken as, the currents will be moving the same direction, will be taken as positive. Suppose the third current, it will be third current or second current, it will be in the opposite of the first current, it will be equal to, it will be taken as a negative direction. And then EMF of the cell, the current, it will be coming from the battery, it will be taken as positive. The current, it will be the current will be falling towards the battery, it will be taken as negative. Okay, that's the way I explained this example to explain that Kirchhoff's second rule. Okay, so again I explained that we taking B A C B I1 R1 plus I2 R2 plus I3 R3, because I1 I2 I3 three currents, it will be going in the same direction. So always having the positive is equal to EMF of the cell psi. And then taking ADCA, the current will be moving I4 R4 plus I5 R5, but I2 it will be moving the opposite sign of the I5, so it will be minus I2 R2. This circuit does not having battery, so the EMF is 0. Okay, this is the Kirchhoff's second rule. Okay, then Kirchhoff first rule and second rule. What is Kirchhoff first rule ma? Algebraic sum of the currents at any junction in the circuit, it will be 0. Current எல்லாத்தையும் add பண்ணி அதோட value 0 அப்படின்னு சொல்றதுனா first rule. Kirchhoff's second rule is algebraic sum of the product of current and resistance, it will be equal to the EMF of the cell. This is the second rule. Okay, then now I explain that Wheatstone bridge. Wheatstone bridge, it will be the application of Kirchhoff rule. Okay, Wheatstone bridge is the application of Kirchhoff rule. Wheatstone's bridge. Wheatstone bridge is application of Kirchhoff rules. Okay, so Wheatstone bridge is having one circuit. Okay, this is the circuit. Wheatstone bridge is an important detail, you have to listen carefully and then learn well. Okay, so one circuit is there having the four junctions A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. Okay, having the four junctions, having the four resistance B, Q or S. Okay, having the four resistance also. So B, Q or S. Then five current values will be falling: I1, I2, then I3 and I4 and IG. 5 currents will be falling. Okay, taking one battery one will be connected in the total closed circuit. Okay, Wheatstone bridge is having the four resistance, that is B, Q or S, and four junctions A, B, C, D. Then battery will be attached to the circuit, that is battery is psi. So this the voltage of the battery, it will be called as psi. And then one galvanometer will be connected. The galvanometer just denote the current direction. Okay, just denote the current direction and just mention the current, it will be flowing in the circuit, or voltage, it will be flowing in the voltage in the circuit. Okay, galvanometer நடுவுல கனெக்ட் பண்ணிருக்காங்க, அது வந்து null diffraction கொடுக்கறதுக்காண்டி they just identify the current flowing in the circuit also. So we start by using the Kirchhoff rules, first rule and second rule. First, Kirchhoff rules, it will be applying the B and D junction. B junctionலையும் D junctionலையும் Kirchhoff rule apply பண்ணணும். At the point of B, in the circuit at point B, we applying the Kirchhoff rule at B. At B, first 3 currents is moving. Okay, I1, IG and I3, correct? I1, IG and I3. 3 it will be moving, leaving from the junction. It will be moving, leaving from I1 is entering, IG is leaving, I3 is leaving. Okay, So Kirchhoff first rule will be applying at a junction B. What is Kirchhoff first rule ma? Sum of the currents will be meet at the junction will be 0. So the current will be leaving. I1 current it will be entering. So I1 it will be taken as positive, and then Ig it will be leaving. So Ig will be taken as negative, and I3 it will be leaving. So it will be taken as negative. It will be equal to 0. This is the first equation. Okay. Then at the point at the junction D எடுத்துக்கோங்க. Okay, D, I2 it will be entering, Ig it will be entering, but I4 it will be leaving. Okay, so at a junction D I2 it will be taken as positive, and I4 it will be taken as positive, Ig it will be taken as positive, and then I4 it will be taken as negative. Why? I2 and Ig it will be entering to the junction D. I2 and I4 it will be entering to the junction D, but I4 it will be leaving from the junction. So I2 plus Ig minus I4 it will be equal to 0. So I1 minus Ig plus minus I3 it will be 0. It is the first equation, and I2, Ig, I4 it will be equal to 0 is the second equation. This is the first Kirchhoff first rule to be applied to get the two equations. Now we apply the Kirchhoff second rule in the triangle ABDA. ABDA. So we using the Kirchhoff second rule in the triangle ABD and A. ABDA. We taking the triangle ABDA. Okay. So what is Kirchhoff second rule? The sum of the product of current and resistance it will be equal to the EMF of the cell. Okay. EMF is there ma? Any battery is there? No battery is there. So in the closed circuit we taking current and resistance. First current and resistance I1, resistance is P. It will be start from A, it will be having the same direction. So I1B it will be taken as positive, I1B plus second one, the Ig it will be moving the same direction of I1. I1 continue பண்ணி தான் வருது. So Ig into G, resistance, galvanometer having the resistance that is G. Okay, no resistance is there, but galvanometer having some resistance that is called G. அதோடைய resistance G. Okay, so Igg. Okay, then இது இப்படி போகுது, இது இப்படி வருது, இது இந்த டைரக்ஷனுக்கு இது opposite. Okay, so I2R minus I2R. No battery is there, so EMF it will be equal to 0. This is the third equation. So I1B plus Igg minus I2R it will be equal to 0, because taking this triangle I1B plus Igg, but it will be opposite, so minus I2R it will be equal to 0. Now we taking the triangle A, not a triangle, one square ABCDA. Taking the full square ABDCDA. We taking the full square, full circuit ABCDA. Now we write I1B plus I1B I3Q. Okay, I1B I3Q. then இப்படி போகுது, இந்த டைரக்ஷன் இப்படி போகுது. இது தேர்ட் ஒன் என்ன ஆகுது, இங்கேருந்து வரக்கூடிய கரண்ட் இங்கே மீட் ஆகுது, இதுக்கு இது ஆப்போசிட். ஓகே, இது ஆப்போசிட். ஸோ I4 and resistance is minus, I4 and resistance is as, then it is also opposite, because இது ரெண்டும் சேர்ந்து அங்கே போய் ஆப்போசிட் ஆகுது. இங்கேருந்து வரக்கூடிய கரண்ட்டுக்கு இது ரெண்டும் ஆப்போசிட். ஓகே, ஸோ ஆப்போசிட் மீன்ஸ், ஸோ minus I2R it will be equal to 0. This is the fourth equation. Okay, so for Kirchhoff first rule it will be applying on the first two equation. Kirchhoff second rule will be applying on the next two equation. So first we consider at a junction B, at a junction D. Now we consider the triangle ABDA, and then taking the full circuit, that is ABCDA, we calculate the third equation. Now we put Ig it will be equal to 0, because galvanometer shows the null deflection. So null deflection means galvanometer la endha reading kaatadu. So galvanometer it will be taken as current it will be flowing in the galvanometer it will be taken as 0. Current in the galvanometer always show the null deflection. Null deflection என்னது இங்கேயும் வேலி போகாது இங்கேயும் போகாது நடுவில் எப்படி நிற்கும். null deflection காமிக்கிறனால the current flowing in the galvanometer will be taken as 0. Substitute the Ig value in the first 3 equation 1 2 3 இந்த 3 equationsலையும் Ig value substitute பண்ணணும். First one Ig value is 0. So now the equation becomes 1 becomes Ig value is 0. So I1 minus I3 will be equal to 0. Now I1 is equal to I3. This is considered as fifth equation. Okay. The first equation we put Ig is equal to 0. So I1 minus I3 it will be equal to 0. I1 is equal to I3. And then second equation becomes I3 it will be 0. So I2 minus I4 it will be equal to 0. So now I2 is equal to I4. That is the sixth equation. And third one Ig it will be equal to 0. So third equation becomes I1b, okay, this is 0 minus I2r. I2r it will be taken as 0. So I1b it will be equal to I2r. It will be equal to seventh equation. Okay. So 3 equation Ig க்கு பதிலா 0 substitute பண்ணுங்க. And the fourth equation Ig இல்ல. So we does not put the Ig value in the fourth equation. So we substitute Ig value in the 1 2 3. We get the other 3 equations 5 6 7. Okay. Substitute 5 6 7 in equation 4. Substitute 5 6 7 in equation 4. Equation 4 is I1b. Okay. I3q. I3 க்கு பதிலா I1 போடலாமா? So I1q, I1p, I3 in the equation 7 5 from I3 is instead of I1. So fourth equation becomes எப்படி மாறுது I1b plus I1q will be equal to I1b minus I1q minus I4 instead of I2. So minus I2s I3 I4 க்கு பதிலா I2 போடுறீங்க ஓகேவா I2s minus I2r it will be equal to 0. Okay. So substituting first 2 equation in equation 4. Equation 4 la substitute பண்ணிருக்கோம். So I1b I1q minus I2s minus I2r it will be equal to 0. So I1 it will be taking b plus q and I2s and I2r it will be taking the right side. So I2 it will be taken as r plus s. Okay. இன்னும் சிம்பிளா உங்களுக்கு எழுதணும்னா இப்படி எழுதிக்கோங்க I1b plus I1q it will be taken as I2s plus I2r minus minus இங்கே போங்க plus ஆயிடும். So I1 is taken as b plus q it will be equal to I2 is equal to r plus s. Okay. Then okay I1 b plus q is equal to I2 r plus s. This is the equation 8. Equation s is divided by equation 7. Equation s is divided by equation 7. 8th equation is divided by 7th equation. What is the 8th equation? I1b plus q by 7th equation I1b is equal to I2r plus s. The second equation is I2r. Okay. So I1 cancel, then I2 cancel. So b plus q by p is equal to r plus s by r. Okay. So b by b, p by p, q by p is equal to r by r plus s by r. So 1 r cancel, pp cancel. So 1 plus q by p is equal to 1 plus s by r. Taking cancel both sides 1. So q by p is equal to s by r. Now taking r, b by q is equal to r by s. This is the Wheatstone's bridge formula. So the 4 resonant will be taken in the circuit. B by Q is equal to R by S. This is the final answer. The ratio of the two resistance, it will be equal to the ratio of the two resistance, it will be equal. This is the Wheatstone bridge condition. Wheatstone bridge, suppose you know that the value of the resistance Q or S, easily find out the P, and then we know that P, R and S, easily find out Q. We know that Q, S, P, easily find out R. We know that P, Q, R, easily find out S. So the unknown resistance easily is find out having the known resistance. This is the Wheatstone bridge condition having the 4 resistance. Then Wheatstone bridge, it will be completely based on the Kirchhoff rules. Okay. Again I explained that Wheatstone bridge having one circuit, that is a closed circuit having the 4 resistance B, Q, R, S, then 5 currents will be flowing, I1, I2, I3, I4 and then IG. One galvanometer will be fixed in the center part of the circuit. That the galvanometer will be always shows the null deflection. The galvanometer will be used to find out the current flowing in the circuit. Just identify the current flowing in the circuit also. Then one battery will be connected. The battery will be giving the current to the whole circuit. Now applying the Kirchhoff first rule at the junction B, at the junction D. At the junction B, the I1 current will be entering. So I1 minus IG minus I3, it will be equal to 0. First equation. And second one, at junction D, I2 minus plus IG minus I4, it will be equal to 0. Second equation. And then taking A, B, D, A, taking the triangle, Kirchhoff's second rule, it will be used. It will be used to explain that the triangle I1B P plus IGG minus, this is same direction in the opposite direction. So minus I2 or it will be taken as 0. And then 4, we consider the full square circuit A, B, C, D, A. Okay. So I1P, I3Q and then I2 and I4, it will be opposite of I1 and I3. So I2R minus I4S. Okay, this is the fourth equation. Then taking Ig, it will be equal to 0, substituting Ig value in first 3 equation, Ig it will be 0, so I1 minus I3 it will be equal to 0, so I1 is equal to I3, this is the fifth equation. Second equation, I2 minus I4 it will be equal to 0, so I2 is equal to I4 is the sixth equation. Then third equation, I1B P minus I2 or it will be equal to 0, so I1P is equal to I2 or, this is the seventh equation. Then fourth equation, I1P plus I3Q, I3 instead of I1 we put, so I1Q minus I2S, I4 ku pala I2 podunga, I2S minus I2 or it will be taken as R. So taking I2 as the right side and then I1P plus Q is equal to I2 into R plus S and then dividing equation 8 by 7, 8th equation divided by 7, so I1P plus Q by I1P, I1 cancel, I2 cancel. P plus Q by P is equal to R plus S by R. Then we get 1 plus Q by P is equal to 1 plus S by R. So Q by P is equal to S by R. Taking the reciprocal, P plus Q is equal to B by Q is equal to P by Q is equal to R by S. So this is the Wheatstone bridge condition. So known the resistance Q or S, easily find out the resistance P. Then known the 3 resistance is easily find out the 4th resistance. So Wheatstone bridge is completely based on the Kirchhoff rules and then it will be easily find out the resistance values, unknown resistance values by using the Wheatstone bridge. Okay. Today home assignment and the today's session we discuss about the Kirchhoff rules, first rule and second rule. First rule is the current rule and our junction rule. Second rule is the voltage rule or loop rule. And the second 2 rules it will be used to explain the Wheatstone bridge. Wheatstone bridge is the important 10 mark. So it will be completely based on the Kirchhoff rules. Okay. So you have to learn first the Kirchhoff first rule and second rule. The first rule and second rule is the important 2 mark and 3 mark. Wheatstone bridge is the important 10 mark. So now the today home assignment. Today home assignment. Learn and write the Wheatstone Bridge. Working of Wheatstone Bridge. Students, note down our homework. Learn and write the working of a Wheatstone Bridge. Okay, thank you.